Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 2 of ORWBL. Tonight we are here 1 week into ORWBL. Take a look back at the week that it was. Look ahead to the second week and maybe a little bit more into the future. We're going to break down last week's results and look ahead to this week's matchups as well. Do the fact or fiction. I know a lot of you like that. Look at who's going to upset, who's going to sweep. So right away, let's get right into it. Let's take a look at last week's matchups.
Yeah, we got Emory's traveling to Olive Township. Mechanics take 3 on Mother's Day. Pretty good start for the Mechanics. I don't think anyone thought they were going to sweep. Emory's were favored. Yeah.
Emory's was definitely favored in that one, and Mechanics came out. They played well at home. Took the sweep. Emory's. Maybe that year off might have hurt them, but I'm sure they'll get back on track.
Yeah, I think they'll bounce back. I think they'll definitely have at least a 500 season. Just the Mechanics protected the garage pretty well. And then we had Maple City traveling to Hudson Lake in our matchup of the week last week, and Maple City, did their thing, got 2 on the road.
Yeah, Caleb Jockman was the talk of discussion for this past week. I believe he hit over 800. I think it was 822 or something like that.
Yep.
18 for 22. So
they did that without John Arndt, so that's really positive for the Maple City fans. And, nothing wrong with Hudson Lake. They're taking 1, they're making progress, and hopefully by the end of the season they can take 2 out of 3 instead of just 1 out of 3.
Yeah.
And next we have, obviously, the most talked about matchup. Great Lakes travels to Old Rock Field, Jet City, and they take 2 out of 3.
Yeah, this one I don't think anybody saw coming. Great Lakes 4 wins all last year, and then they had 2 right away on opening day over Jet City, who we had as 3 on our power rankings, out on the road as well, not to mention. So struggles there, and then struggles are going to continue for Jet City as now Nate Arndt is out for indefinitely with the ankle injury.
Yeah, Jet City, looking pretty interesting at the beginning of the season. Great Lakes looking good though, starting 2-1, and they have Hudson Lake traveling to Great Lakes for a inner AL West matchup. Next we got Galena Taco Punchers traveling to the New Carlisle, face the Newts. They took 1 out of 3. I think this was good for both teams. Newts took 2 out of 3 at home, and Galena went on the road, took 1 at Mingley. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that at all. The wind was blowing in, very low scoring. I think it was a total of, 13 or so runs between all the teams for every game. Newts, getting their World Series rings, banner race. So a nice night at Mingley over there on that Friday night. And then the final matchup we had was Granger at home against Lynn Street. Granger took the sweep. Granger in an ORWBL debut. Very nice ORWBL debut there. Got the sweep, 3 wins. Yeah. And then Lynn Street, a rough start, but they got to pick it up a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think this matchup, for Granger convinced anyone that they're ready to take down the Newts, but it just showed that they think they're ready.
Yeah.
So we're gonna move on to this week. Just talk about this week. Hudson Lake going to Great Lakes. We said that was a big matchup. If Great Lakes can take 2 out of 3 here, you never know. They could be 2 or 3 games up in the division.
Yeah, I think Great Lakes. They just got to continue to hit well. Their defense wasn't that great last week. The wind is blowing out, granted, but they got to play better defense, pitch better. You got to eliminate, the errors. I know there's technically no errors in wiffle ball, but you got to eliminate, the pitcher dropping them. You got to have clean flips, the pitcher, and you just got to play sound fundamental defense and continue to hit the ball. Billy Beckman. Some people wonder if he was a one-series wonder. If he steps up as well as Mark Haas again. Get some other guys involved. It could be a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Who do you like in this matchup here?
I still like Hudson Lake to take 2 out of 3. I don't think they'll get a sweep just because Great Lakes is honestly not that bad at all. But I think Hudson Lake will get 2 out of 3. I think Jared Monhue, Bobby Bushman, looking to go back-to-back MVP.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think the sweep here. I think Hudson Lake's going to take 2 out of 3. Just like you said, I don't see how Hudson Lake can start off 2-4. They're a really good team. Next we got Dactyls, their first series of the year, and they're heading to Maple City.
Yeah, I think Maple City. I look for Maple City to get a sweep here. They're hungry for that first sweep of the year. John Arndt coming back after he sat out last week from running the 50K. Congrats to him, by the way. Dactyls are going to be a little bit rusty first series of the year. Maple City's hungry. Caleb Jonkman's playing great. If he can continue that, the future's bright in Maple City.
Yeah, Maple City home opener. I definitely see them sweeping here. A little salty. Last series only taking 2 out of 3. They expect perfection over there in Maple City. Next we got Jet City traveling to Cabo, which is a really interesting one.
Yeah, it is very interesting because we haven't seen Cabo play that this year, and then Jet City, coming off getting upset there at home against Great Lakes, and then they're going on the road to Cabo Yabo. So, you wonder what's going to happen there. I think Cabo's going to take 2 out of 3 and potentially even get a sweep. I would not be surprised. Nate Arndt is out. Shane Anderson still dealing with a bit of a hand injury. I believe he struck out 7 times in that first series against Great Lakes. So, we'll just have to see how that plays out. That should be interesting. But I think Cabo's going to get the better of the jump ballers.
Yeah, Jet City 1.5 favorites, but I definitely think Cabo has a good chance to take 2 out of 3. Then we're going to move on to the Newts, traveling to the winless Lynn Street Leprechauns.
I think it's fairly easy. No offense, Leprechauns, but I think Newts will get the sweep, no problem. I think best team versus worst team in the league, unfortunately. So maybe Lynn Street can put up a fight, but Newts are going to be hungry. They got their new road jerseys, by the way. If you haven't seen them, check them out on Twitter. They look pretty sweet. So yeah.
Yeah, I definitely see the Newts sweeping here. Not much to talk about with that matchup. Then we got Emery's traveling to Granger.
This is a really interesting matchup for me. We got a 0-3 team versus a 3-0 team. But I think it's fairly even, actually.
Yeah.
Emery's a really good team, but Mechanics just got the better of them on Mother's Day. And Granger, they played Lynn Street, which isn't that great of a team. So, it'll be interesting to see, if they're actually that legit, if they can play with one of the, more respected teams in the league. Emery's is still a really good team, But I don't know what to say there. I think Emery's probably going to take 2 out of 3, or Granger 2 out of 3. I don't see a sweep happening there.
I don't see a sweep either. I'd probably take Granger taking 2 out of 3. At home, I just think they're going to take 2 out of 3. And then finally, we have the 3-0 Olive Township Mechanics traveling to the Galena Marsh Taco Punchers.
This one is interesting to me. I think that Galena Marsh is going to take 2 out of 3. I wouldn't be surprised if Mechanics did either. Similar to the Emery's Granger matchup, I don't think there's a sweep here. I think it's going to be a 2 out of 3 type deal. Mechanics have to go on the road, and as we know last year, they did struggle on the road.
Yeah, bold prediction here. No hate on the Mechanics. They're a good team. They swept Emery's, but I like Galena here, and I have them sweeping Mechanics here. Bold prediction.
Yeah, that's pretty bold. All right, so that's it for the matchups this week. Let's go ahead and move on to our next segment, Fact or Fiction.
I have you living life like you should. Just say you never had it so good.
All right, Fact or Fiction. If you haven't seen the first video of ORWBL Tonight yet, here's how we do it. We go through and we say 3 statements, and we say each statement fact or fiction and a little description why. First statement, John Arndt will hit over 600 or better for batting average for his first series of the season this coming up weekend.
I got fact for that. Maple City home opener, playing not so good of a Dactyls team. I think he hit 600 at least.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I'm going to say fact as well. John Arndt's a very crafty player. I think he fits in well with that young squad, and I think he's going to be hungry with his first series of the year, and I think he's going to hit 600. I think he'll play very well, not only this weekend, but all throughout the season.
Yeah.
Next statement, we got Great Lakes series against Jet City last weekend was a fluke. Griffin, was that fact or fiction?
It's definitely not a fact. But I think it's fiction. It wasn't a fluke, but I think, I'm not saying Jet City or Great Lakes is better than Jet City, but I think Great Lakes came to play this year. They're going to take, they're going to take some games from some teams that, they're probably not supposed to, but I definitely don't think it was a fluke.
Yeah, I'm going to say fiction as well. Just because I don't think, like you said, I don't think it was a full-on fluke, but I think they did get the better of Jet City. Shane Anderson was a little bit banged up. I don't think they're just going to take 2 out of 3 every week like that, but they're definitely a much improved team. They could get double-digit wins this year, potentially go 500, who knows.
Yeah.
It wasn't a full-on fluke, but it's not like they're just like one of the best teams in the league automatically right away. And the third and final statement we have here is, after week 2, there will be an undefeated team remaining. 4 teams are left eligible for that, with Granger, Olive Township, Cabo, and Dactyls.
I think this is fiction. There's no chance the Dactyls are going to be undefeated. I really don't think there's any chance the Mechanics will. There's little chance Granger will. But there is, maybe a chance Cabo takes a sweeps Jet City, but I don't think so. I think it's a fiction.
I'm actually going to go ahead and say fact here. I could see either Cabo or Granger getting a sweep this weekend. Potentially Mechanics if, they play their cards right. I don't see Dactyls doing it. So probably one of those 3 teams. But I think I could see it happening. I think there's one of those 3 teams will get a sweep. All right. So now that's enough for fact or fiction. Let's move into our segment we like to call Most Likely to Sweep. All right, most likely to sweep. We're just going to say one team this week that's most likely to get the sweep. Griffin, go ahead. Who's your most likely team to sweep?
I think we both agree on this. The Newts traveling to Lynn Street. I think it's a no-brainer.
No brainer at all. Really, no discussion needed. Newts just Are the Newts? Lynn Street, just Lynn Street.
Yeah, if we had to throw another one in there, Maple City, the Actors travel into Maple City, I think that's definitely another possible.
Yeah, I think there's a couple ones like those, like you said, Maple City and Newts. But Newts are for sure most likely to.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead now and take a look at our upsets of the week.
Cruising, yeah, 'cause I don't really know who I'ma lose this year. Oh, man, I love my...
You know, I got Just City's favored by 1.5 points over Cabo, so I have Cabo, taking 2 or 3, so I think that's my upset of the week.
My upset of the week is Granger getting taken down by Emory's. Emory's coming off 0-3. They're going to be hungry, looking for that first win. Granger's still a little bit young. Maybe they're a little bit high on themselves. They're taking the sweep against Lynn Street. So I think Emory's is my upset of the week over Granger.
Yeah, really interesting week 2 coming up here for ORWBL.
Yeah, a lot of interesting matchups here. It should be interesting. Thanks, guys, for watching. Be sure to tune in next week as we'll have week 3. Take a look back at week 2 next time. But for now, don't forget to follow us on Twitter, subscribe for more content, and we appreciate you watching us. Thanks for watching.